Horror history.
Well, folks, let me introduce you to Christopher Ragsdale, age 41, straight out of Iowa, who experienced what we can only describe as fart-induced fury on January 5th, 2020. Yes, you heard that right. Picture this. Christopher and his girlfriend are chilling at a friend's house in Wichita Falls, Texas, just enjoying some quality time together. But hold on to your noses, because things are about to take a stinky turn. Christopher, being the gentleman that he is, decides to bless the room with his, fragrance. But alas, his girlfriend's delicate nostrils are not too pleased with the aroma. In fact, she describes it as horrible. Ouch! Talk about a blow to the ego. Well, Christopher's response to this less than enthusiastic reception of his natural perfume, he takes matters into his own hands. Quite literally, he pulls his poor girlfriend down by the hair, plops himself on her back, and proceeds to give her the old chokehold treatment. Oh, the romance! But wait, worse, just as things are getting heated, and not in a good way, their friend walks in. Sensing the impending doom, the friend dashes off to grab the keys for a quick escape. Meanwhile, Christopher's girlfriend, probably realizing that she's had enough of this particular scent experience, decides to make a run for it to another room. But Christopher isn't about to let her escape that easily. Oh no, he follows her and delivers a headbutt for good measure. At this point, the friend realizes that things have escalated from stinky to downright dangerous and does what any sensible friend would do, calls the police. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Christopher Ragsdale earned himself a spot on the most unusual reasons for arrest list. Assault, family violence, and choking, all because of a little fart fracas. The court sets his bond at a modest $10,000, but the memories of this gas-induced drama will surely linger for a lifetime. Alright, folks, grab your popcorn and prepare to be entertained by the tale of Rutledge Deas IV, the mastermind behind the most absurd diaper-changing scheme in history. Picture this. It's November 2019 in the vibrant city of New Orleans, and our protagonist, Rutledge, decides to take the phrase "fake it till you make it" to a whole new level. Armed with nothing but a wild imagination and a knack for deception, Rutledge concocts a plan so outrageous it could only happen in the Big Easy. So, what's the grand plan, you ask? Well, Rutledge, in his infinite wisdom, decides that pretending to be disabled and hiring caretakers to change his diapers is the way to go. But here's the kicker. He creates a fictitious younger brother named Corey who supposedly has special needs. Genius, right? But wait, it gets even crazier. Rutledge, using his unparalleled skills of persuasion, manages to recruit unsuspecting caretakers through an online babysitting app. And get this, one poor college student ends up changing Rutledge's diapers not once, not twice, but a whopping 6 times. And where, you might ask? Oh, just your average everyday locations like Walmart and even a coffee shop. Talk about taking convenience to a whole new level. But alas, all good things must come to an end, and Rutledge's diaper-changing empire is no exception. 4 of the caretakers, realizing they've been duped, decide enough is enough and march straight to the police station to spill the beans. And if that weren't enough, they even claim that Rutledge had the audacity to get a little too excited during these diaper-changing escapades. Cue the dramatic music. Now, you'd think Rutledge would be in hot water for his shenanigans, right? Well, buckle up, because the plot thickens. The district attorney, faced with a case of diaper-related debauchery, decides to charge Rutledge not with the expected counts of sexual battery, but with 4 counts of human trafficking. That's right, folks, human trafficking over diaper changes. Talk about a plot twist. But fear not, for Rutledge's story doesn't end in a jail cell. Oh no. In a surprising turn of events, he manages to avoid the clink and instead receives a sentence that reads like a laundry list of bizarre requirements: 5 years probation, 400 hours of community service, mandatory internet addiction counseling, and even a ban from social media. Looks like Rutledge will have to find new ways to occupy his time without his beloved diaper-changing antics. Well, let me tell you a tale about Fergus John Glen, a 36-year-old man who took sibling rivalry to a whole new level. It all started on a fateful evening in March 2003, when Fergus decided to whip up a culinary masterpiece for his dear brother Craig. He slaved over a hot stove, conjuring up a feast fit for kings. But alas, as the aroma of his culinary creation wafted through the air, there was no thank you in sight. Now, most of us would just grumble under our breath and move on, but not our friend Fergus. Oh no, he decided that if Craig wasn't going to acknowledge his culinary genius, he'd make sure he'd never forget it. With the grace of a lumberjack, Fergus grabbed a wood-splitting axe and went to town on poor sleeping Craig's neck and face 8 times, to be precise. Imagine waking up to the sound of someone chopping wood in your own home, only to find out it's your brother venting his frustrations with an axe. Talk about sibling drama. After the deed was done, Fergus calmly strolled over to his dear mother and confessed to the murder as casually as one would discuss the weather. I mean, who needs small talk when you've got fratricide on the agenda, right? According to court documents, Fergus's reason for turning his brother into a human piñata was simple: Craig didn't thank him for dinner. That's it. No please or thank you in sight, and suddenly we're in a horror movie. But wait, there's more. Turns out, this dinner debacle was just the icing on the dysfunctional family cake. The Glen brothers had a long-standing feud, including a fistfight just 4 months prior. And to top it all off, Fergus was drunk. The trifecta of family dysfunction. Despite his culinary criticism turning deadly, Fergus wasn't proud of his axe-wielding antics. He even admitted, "He just annoyed me and I did it. I'm not proud, but I did it." Well, at least he's honest. Fast forward to the courts granting Fergus parole in 2019. Apparently, completing rehab, having accommodations, and enjoying his mother's support were enough to convince them he was fit for society again. I guess they figured he'd done enough chopping for one lifetime. Get ready for a wild ride through the bizarre world of movie theaters, where even the previews can turn deadly. Meet Curtis Reeves, a retired police captain from the sunny shores of Tampa, Florida. Now, Curtis takes his movie-going experience very seriously. I mean, we're talking serious business here, folks. So, picture this. It's January 2014, and Curtis is settling into his seat, eagerly anticipating the latest blockbuster flick. But hold on to your seats, because things are about to take a dramatic turn. Enter Chad Olson, just your average movie enthusiast, except for one tiny detail: he's texting through the previews. Oh, the horror! Naturally, this sends Curtis into a frenzy, and before you know it, a verbal argument erupts between the two cinema-goers. But wait, it gets worse. In a fit of rage, Chad allegedly throws his popcorn packet at Curtis' face. Popcorn projectiles, people! This is next-level stuff. Now, Curtis, not one to back down from a popcorn assault, claims he was hit in the face with an unknown object. In a move straight out of an action movie, he whips out his trusty handgun and bam! Chad is no more, courtesy of a shot to the chest. But here's where things really take a twist. Curtis tries to pull the old self-defense card, but alas, the court isn't buying it. Witnesses come forward, popcorn packets are analyzed, and the verdict is in second-degree murder for Curtis. But hold on. There's more. Enter the stand your ground defense, a Florida law that gives you the green light to use deadly force if you fear physical harm or death. Sounds like something out of a superhero comic, right? Alright, gather round folks, because I've got a story that'll make your skin crawl faster than a centipede on a hot skillet. Picture this. It's May 1972, in good old Bavaria, Germany. Enter Kuno Hoffmann, the self-proclaimed aficionado of the macabre, who decided to take his fascination with the afterlife to a whole new level. Now, Kuno wasn't your average Joe. Oh no, he had a knack for breaking into graveyards and mortuaries like they were his own personal candy stores. With a record of 35 incidents of nocturnal excursions, Kuno had quite the resume in the realm of ghastly endeavors. But here's where things take a turn for the spine-chilling. Kuno wasn't content with just swiping the occasional corpse. Oh, no siree! He decided to spice things up by stabbing the dearly departed with razor blades, cutting off heads, and even attempting to cozy up with the female cadavers. Talk about a night out on the town, huh? Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would someone do such ghastly deeds? Well, according to Kuno, it was all in the pursuit of looking good-looking and strong. Hey, we've all got our beauty routines, right? But wait, there's more! Kuno wasn't just your run-of-the-mill grave robber. Oh, no. He had bigger, or should I say, deader, aspirations. After his graveyard escapades failed to deliver the desired results, Kuno decided he needed to up his game. So, what's a guy to do when his necrophilia endeavors fall flat? Well, naturally, he takes a page out of the Vampire Handbook and decides to quench his thirst for vitality by, you guessed it, killing 2 unsuspecting souls, Marcus and Ruth, in a blood-sucking spree fit for the silver screen. But alas, Kuno's reign of terror came to a screeching halt when he found himself behind bars, trading graveyard trysts for a cozy spot in a mental asylum. Looks like his quest for eternal youth hit a bit of a snag, huh? So, the next time you're strolling through a cemetery late at night, Just remember, you never know what kind of Kuno Hoffmann might be lurking in the shadows, ready to sink his teeth into the next chapter of his ghastly tale. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to receive more content like this.